So previously we have covered series connected controller. Today we'll start with second type of fax controller, that is shunt connected controller. As in case of series controller, the shunt controller may be variable impedance, variable source or combination of these. In principle, all shunt controller inject current into the system at the point of connection. In case of series controller, we can control impedance, we can control the source source or combination of these, and it is connected in series at the point of connection, whereas shunt connected controller are connected in parallel and it mainly injects the current into the system. Even a variable shunt impedance connected to a line voltage causes variable current flow and hence represents injection of current into the line. That means if you connect the inductive load or inductance in parallel to the line, that inductance also changes the current flowing through the system. So it represents the injection of current into the line. So by controlling this shunt impedance, we can control the injection of current in AC system or transmission lines. As long as injected current is in phase quadrature with the line voltage, shunt controller only supplies or consumes variable reactive power. In case of series controller, when voltage and current is in phase quadrature, it only consumes or delivers reactive power. When the line current and voltage are out of phase, it controls the real power. Same case is in with shunt connected controller. When the injected current and the line voltage are in phase, they supplies or consumes reactive power. Any other phase relationship involves handling of reactive power as well. When injected current and line voltage are out of phase, shunt connected controller can also handle active power present in the system. Shunt connected controller includes following categories. First, static var compensator or SVC. Already this point we have studied in your UG level. In facts, a static var compensator is a shunt connected static var generator or absorber whose output is adjusted to exchange capacitive or inductive current so as to maintain or control specific parameters of electric power system. Typically, it mainly controls bus voltage. SVCs has been used since early 1960s. The SVC application for transmission voltage control began in late 1970s. Second category which comes under shunt connected controller are SSG, static synchronous generator, is a static self-commutated switching power converter supplied from an appropriate electric energy source and operated to produce a set of adjustable multi-phase output voltages which may be coupled to AC power system for the purpose of exchanging independently controllable real and reactive power. So this static synchronous generator can control active power and reactive power by appropriate control of electric energy source. So it is variable electric energy source controller, and by controlling this you can control the power, that is active power and reactive power in the system. Third type is static synchronous compensator or STATCOM. You all of are familiar with this kind of compensator, this STATCOM, where STATCOM is used in transmission line. This STATCOM is used for distribution side for compensation of reactive power present in the system or to improve the voltage profile of the system. So this static synchronous compensator is static synchronous generator operated as shunt connected static or compensator whose capacitive or inductive output current can be controlled independent of AC system voltage. Since this compensator is connected in the system in shunt, we can inject or control or absorb the current from the system. That means we can inject the reactive power or absorb the reactive power from this system, thus controlling the entire power flow of system. Thyristor controlled braking resistor is a shunt connected thyristor switch resistor which is controlled to aid stabilization of power system or to minimize power acceleration of generating unit during disturbances. So this mainly is used under unbalancing condition, or this type of controller compensator is used in unbalanced condition TCBR, which is connected in shunt, and by controlling the switching of this resistor we can control the power of system and mainly during disturbances period. Thyristor controlled reactor is shunt connected thyristor switch inductor whose effective reactance is varied in continuous manner by partial conduction control of thyristor valve. So it consists of a bank. So by switching the bank, we can inject the amount of power, reactive power in the system, or we can absorb the reactive power from the system. So this is nothing but inductive bank, and by controlling or switching off this inductive bank, we can control the power flow. Thyristor switch capacitor. So previous was inductive. Here in this type of compensator we will have capacitor bank. So thyristor switch capacitor is shunt connected thyristor switch capacitor whose effective reactance is varied in stepwise manner by full or zero conduction operation of thyristor valve. So by just controlling the capacitance, we can control the power flow. So next type of controller are combined shunt and series connected controller. So up till now we have covered two types of compensators or type FACTS controller. First one is series and second one is shunt compensators. Now third type of controllers are combined shunt and series connected controllers. So combined series controller. So this combined controllers has two parts: combined series and combined series shunt controller. So first we'll see combined series controller. This could be a combination of separate series controller which are controlled in coordinated manner in multi-line transmission system, or it could be unified controller. Figure shows a series controller provided independent series reactive compensation of each line but also transfer real power among the line via power link. So we have possibility that we can connect this controller separately for each transmission line, or we can connect in combination. So here figure shows two separate series controller, one for upper line and one for lower line. So these are two separate series controller which controls that line separately, and also a DC link power is provided over here. So by controlling this DC link power, we can control these two series controllers simultaneously. So there is combination of separate series controller or combination of series controller depending upon the system or transmission system present in power system. The real power transfer capability of unified series controller, referred to as interline power flow controller (IPFC). It is one of the important types of compensators or controller. It makes possible to balance both real and reactive power flow in lines, thereby maximizing utilization of transmission system. Note that the term unified here means that DC terminal of all controllers converters are connected together for real power transfer. So main advantage of this kind of controllers are, in case of series controller, we were controlling only voltages. In case of shunt connected controller, we were injecting the current separately. Here, in case of combination, we have possibility to control voltage as well as current simultaneously depending upon the power system requirement. So here, instead of series controller separately, shunt controller separately, we are using unified controller. Unified controller means the controller might be connected in series, might be connected in shunt, or might be connected in combination, that is series and shunt. But there will be a link provided between all these controllers to control the active power transfer in the system. So combined series shunt controller. So figure E and F shows the combined series shunt controller configurations. This could be combination of separate shunt and series controller which are controlled in coordinated manner as shown in figure E, or unified. Here unified means there will be a DC link provided between the series controller and shunt controller. So it is shown in figure number E, F. In principle, combined shunt and series controller inject current into the system with shunt part of controller and voltage in series in the line with series part of the controller. However, when the shunt and series controller are unified, there can be real power exchange between series and shunt controller via power link. So using unified controller, it is possibility, or we can control the rear power by using DC power link, which was absent in coordinated control, that is nothing but separate series, separate shunt controllers. So the unified power flow controller are the best solution for controlling the power flow in AC system and mitigates the harmonics present in the system. So unified power flow controllers can be used to control active and reactive line flows. It is combination of static synchronous compensator, that is STATCOM, and static synchronous series compensator, that is S3C, which are coupled via common DC link. This allows bidirectional power flow of real power between series output terminals of S3C and shunt output terminals of STATCOM, and are controlled to provide concurrent real and reactive series line compensation without an external electric energy source. The UPFC, by means of angularly unconstrained series voltage injection, is capable of controlling concurrently or selectively the transmission line voltage, impedance, and angle, or alternatively real and reactive power flow in the line. So UPFC can control various parameters such as voltage, impedance, angle, reactive power, and active power alternatively in the line. UPFC may also provide independently controllable shunt reactive compensation. Thyristor controlled phase shifting transformer (TCPST) is phase shifting transformer adjusted by thyristor switches to provide a rapidly variable phase angle. Nowadays, a new type of transformer that is called as solid state transformers are becoming hot topic in controlling the power flow, that is bidirectional power flow. These solid state transformers are nothing but a semiconductor devices control transformer, which is one of the which we are discussing right now, that is thyristor control phase shifting transformer. Here the phase shifting of transformer are adjusted by thyristor switches. That is nothing but by controlling the switching of thyristor, we can have variable phase angle, and due to variable phase angle, we can control the excitation voltage, or we can control the voltage. And by controlling the voltage, we can control the phase quadrature between voltage and current. And by controlling the phase quadrature, we can control the reactive power flow and active power flow in the system. The IPC, that is Interface Power Controller, is a series connected controller of active and reactive power consisting in each phase of inductive and capacitive branches subjected to separately phase shifted voltage. The active and reactive power can be set independently by adjusting the phase shifts and or the branch impedances using mechanical or electronic switches. In the particular case where inductive and capacitive impedance form conjugate pairs, each terminal of IPC is passive current source dependent on voltage at other terminals. So this was types of FACS controller. So after studying the types of FACS controller, we'll study the significance of FACS devices. So already we know that using these FACS devices, we can control the power transfer capability in AC system. The significant impact that FACS devices will make on transmission system arises because of their ability to effect high-speed control, present control action in power system such as changing transformer taps, switching current, or governing turbine steam pressure are achieved through use of mechanical devices that impose a limit on speed at which control action can be made. So fax devices are capable of control actions at far higher speed. So the speed of controlling becomes high in case of fax devices as compared to conventional tap changing transformer, switching current, or governing the turbine pressure of the generator. Three parameters that control transmission line power flow are line impedance, magnitude, and phase of line end voltages. Conventional control of this parameter is not fast enough for dealing with dynamic system condition. So by using FACS technology, we can control these three parameters at high rate and deals with dynamic system condition. So fax technology enhances the capability to control the accelerated use of fax devices is motivated by deregulation or competitive environment in contemporary utility business. Fax allows operators to control the paths of flow of electric power and the ability to effectively join electric power networks that are not well interconnected. That is nothing but smart grids, where it has made possible to connect these energy generating sources to the grid, which has become possible use of by using fax devices.